Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and welcome to today's Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 571. Welcome everybody. If you are joining me during today's premiere, which is Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. Well, we are live chatting right over there. Live chatting. Come say hello, hello. We would love to meet you. There's usually several hundred of us online chatting away as my video class is going, because obviously I can't teach and live chat at the same time. And since I'm my own camera person, this is recorded the night before. It's Friday night, a little bit late, but I'm here. And then I load it so that Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom, I can live chat with all of you during the class. You're able to ask questions and we talk about everything, literally everything. It is such a welcoming community, the SMS peeps. Now today is a fun class for me. I'm not sure if it's going to be a fun class for you, but being that this is my crafty time, I'm looking forward to today. I have got product. I did his first collection of stamps a little while ago. And you all went, oh my gosh, they're beautiful. But then you all went and looked at his blog and his Instagram and everything else. And you said, where are the robots? Is he going to do the robots? I'm like, I don't know if he's going to do the robots. So, hello, I'm Stacy, all poke, poke, poke. I made a few phone calls. I made a few inquiries. I made a few suggestions that maybe we should do the robots. And we have Andy Skinner back with his world famous robots. Now, I believe these were done in prints originally, and now he's either taken them and modified them into stamps for you, or has redesigned them just a little bit so that they work in paper crafting. Yes, I've got his robot stamps. So today is going to be super fun, a super easy class too. So if this is your first time ever joining us, hey, I'm Stacy, welcome. I teach a crafting class every Saturday that is full length, commercial free, and technique based, where we start super simple. We keep it easy peasy, and then I get a little bit more technique-y, and then a little bit more technique-y. So as your crafting journey expands and you explore more things, you may start where I start in today's class, but a month from now, you may come back and rewatch this so you can travel on and your journey can continue a little bit further down the technique line. Now, I have winner chicken dinner to talk about, and you people are all killing it. You're killing it with the likes. So every YouTube, we give away 2 prizes, always 2. And it's a gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple. Who doesn't want free money? Hello. If a money tree happens to grow in the back of my backyard, am I going to say no? Of course not. I'm still waiting for the money tree. How about you? If you got one, hello, send me a seed. So we give away we give away a gift card. Now I've just told you what this one is. We give away 2 gift cards every week, and how we determine the amount of the gift card is based on how many likes of the video we get. Now you gotta like the video, but then you have to comment below. See, we're live chatting right now, right over here. Hello, right over there. If you are joining me during the premiere of today's class, you see a live chat happening. Live chat comments don't count. Now, I am trying to figure out how to do a giveaway for live chat people as well. I haven't figured it out yet, so I can't do it. I've got to process and figure out how I can do this and be consistent in it. So, but I am trying to figure out how to do a giveaway for live chat people as well, right? All right, so So today we have 2 winners who liked the video, posted a comment below. That was kind. Please keep things kind. And well, we have random software that picks 2 people every week, and we had over 1,000 likes. We had over 1,000 likes. That means we give away $100 up to, was it over 1,000 likes? Right at yeah, I think it was 1,000 likes. Anyway, it's $100 because up to 250 likes, it's $25. Up to 500 likes, it's $50. Wait. Up to 250 likes, it's $25. Up to 500 likes, it's $50. Up to 750 likes, it's $75. And then anything over 1,000 likes, when we get to 1,000 likes, it's $100. Well done, you. Thank you. The YouTube gods they like likes. So, are you ready to hear if you're a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple? I know, it's so exciting. Our first winner is Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Lucy Hutchinson. Hey, girl, hey. You've won $100 to Scrapbooking Made Simple. Like, that's a wahoo kachoo and a holy smokes artichokes and a make your heart happy all rolled together, right? So Lucy, congratulations if that is you. But like I said, we always give 2. I know this name. I know this name. Our second winner is Teresa. Teresa Franz. Hello, Teresa. Congratulations. You too have won $100 to Scrapbooking Made Simple. Winner, chicken dinner you are. Holy smokes, artichokes. I'm so happy for both of you. $100. That goes a long way. I mean, it really does, because we try to keep crafting affordable. So it really goes a long way. Teresa and Lucy, what do we have to do now? Yep, winner, chicken dinner dance. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo. Kachoo for you. Congratulations to the both of you. You have to do nothing to claim your prize. It is already in your online account. And I know how I am when I get a gift card or something like that. I think I'm just going to run out and spend it. But then when I get there or I'm online ready to spend it, I'm like, oh, but what do I want to spend it on? I don't know why. It's hard. I pick and choose and then change my mind and then pick and choose and then change my mind. Just like a kid. So I hope that you have an enjoyable time at scrapbookingmadesimple.com, picking and choosing what you're going to spend that $100 on. And if you want a chance to be a winner chicken dinner, so easy peasy. All you have to do is like the video and post a comment below. The live chat right now doesn't count, but I'm trying to figure out a way to do a giveaway for the people who are in live chat every week. I mean, why not, right? But I'm still figuring that out. But when I get there, I will let you know. Now today it is all about Andy Skinner and the robot. This is my robot. I'm not very good at the robot, but I'm really good at crafting, or I like to think I am. At least I think I'm really good at it. I wouldn't want to go back and look at some of my first things. Maybe then, but that was 20 years ago. I've come a long way, baby. So I'm going to start super simple because I have to assume that this is the first craft class you have ever taken. And we all have to start somewhere. So I'm going to make it easy peasy for you. And then we're going to grow a little bit. And then we're going to grow a little bit. And then we're going to grow a little bit. And then at the end, if you do nothing else but stay for the finished samples, they are so off the chart. Oh my gosh, so good that it is worth the price of admission to watch this class, just to watch the finished samples, just to see them. I do not exaggerate. They are, oh my gosh. So even if you're not crafty or you don't think you're crafty, but you want to see some cool projects, hang with us, chat with us, talk with us, and at the end, I'll show you some really amazing samples by some really amazing makers. Now, I have got Creative Expressions. I've got Brunzell watercolor pencils. I've got Sizzix. I think we're gonna tilt on down. I'm gonna show you a few quick samples, and then we're gonna get started for today. Are you all ready? Yay, me too. All right, down we go. It's good to see everybody. Zoom on in. I am my own camera person for those of you who are just joining me for the first time. Again, I'm Stacy. I'm the owner of Scrapbooking Made Simple. I'm not very techniquey, but I try. I mean, like savvy with the video camera, but I try. Look at it. Is this not absolutely darling? I don't know who this is by, but it's fabulous. So Creative Expressions sent us some amazing samples from amazing makers. Look at this. This is by D. Adams. Oh, D. Oh, yes, you had me at hello right there. You absolutely did. This is, I love it. Yes, they're weird. I know the little robots are kind of odd, but, and this is Fiona Randall. Oh, Fiona. Love it. So I don't know. I think they're quirky and they're fun. And look at this. This is Rachel Harrier. I don't know if I got, or is it? I'm going to go with Rachel and not Rochelle. Yeah, there's no E-L-L-E. So Rachel, oh my gosh. Yes, that's all I can say to you is absolutely yes, yes, yes. So I know that the stamps are a little quirky, but they're so flippin' cute. And they're great for kids, let me tell you. And they're great for adults because they're whimsical. And they have this feeling to them of warmth. And yet they're robots, but look at the movement on him splashing in the water. What little kid isn't gonna love a birthday card made with them splashing in the water? However, the sentiment says, when life throws you a rainy day, splash in the puddles. See, that's perfect for an adult. Look at the sentiments on them are equally as good. Every set has a sentiment. Spread a little kindness every day. Yeah, I happen to agree with that wholeheartedly. Time together is never wasted, right? I mean, so this is, without that sentiment, this is a great kid card. With the sentiment, it's a thoughtful gesture to an adult. It's good to make new friends. Oh, love them. So there are, and better together, absolutely. Wash your worries away. Now this would be darling for a kid's birthday card, but it wash your worries away and it changes the whole meaning of the set. So there are 6. We have all 6. We do have them on an I Want It All bundle. Of course we do. We're Scrapbooking Made Simple. It's what we're known for. And of course they're value priced. Yep, they sure are. But we have them open stock too if you just love 111. If this is the one you just had to have, absolutely it's on sale. So I'm going to be playing with these today and I'll make a few cards. We're going to incorporate Brunzell watercolor pencils, which if you've never seen watercolor pencils, wait, you are about to go, who knew they were so simple? If I can find the way to open them. Well, I closed them. Well, why would I do that? Why would I close them up? That makes no sense. There we go. Okay, 10%, there we go. I only have to be 10% smarter than the tin. Okay, there we go. So Brunzell watercolor pencils, wonderful. And I'm gonna be playing with maybe some Sizzix flakes, just as some add-ons. And I've got some opulent paper we might play with. But the other thing I wanna call your attention to is from Creative Expressions as well. This is their distressed plaid. Now you all went crazy for the festive plaid and we bought all the festive plaid Creative Expressions had. I held distressed plaid for this class. Now if you love Tim Holtz, I mean, look at how gorgeous is this, but with Andy Skinner, equally as fabulous. So this is the Distress Plaid. We did Festive Plaid, and I think we did a Halloween. I think we might have had a Halloween plaid somewhere in there, but Distressed Plaid, and we have purchased as much of this as we can get our hands on. So I'll be playing with this today as well. And I think like I said, we're gonna start super simple. So I really do I love the one Rainy Day. He's so cute. And this is where I'm gonna start. So I'm gonna open them up, and they are red rubber cling stamps, which means you'll need some kind of an acrylic block to make them work, or even better than that, isn't he so cute? You have a stencil and stamp tool from Sizzix. And that's what I'm going to start with, is the stencil and stamp tool. So this is a stencil and stamp tool. It's by Sizzix. It has a little green alignment tool that comes with it that allows you to line up layering stencils so that they align perfectly every time. When you're using it as a stencil tool, you take the lid off, and the lid doesn't even click in and out. It just slips in and out. So if you have any issues with your hands, you're not going to have to like push to push it in or pull to get it out. So easy. And with the lid on, it acts as a stamp positioner. Now it comes with a piece of sticky grid. This is sticky grid. It's a glorified jumbo Post-it note that is sticky all the way around. It will stay sticky for a really long time, but of course, every time I touch it, my oils from my hands are getting on it. And if, let's say, glitter were to get all over it, or baby powder or embossing powder, well, of course, that's going to affect the sticky. Have no fear, Sizzix is here. You just pull it up. They sell a 5-pack of these, and oh, there we go. It's an SMS YouTube. So you just pull it up. I use it, once it's done, I use it as a mask. I cut this down because the backside is still sticky, and I use it to mask off things. But it stays sticky for quite some time. So today I'm using it as a stamp positioner. I can put my paper right on down. I'm primarily going to be using white paper today. If I do that, let's take the lid off. You will see that my paper does not move. Look, Ma, no hands. See, it just holds it in place. But then when it's time to peel it off, bam. But then it's time to put it back down, bam. But then it's time to peel it off. Do you get what I'm laying down? Okay, so I'm gonna start with my Rainy Day guy. And I put him right here. So when you get your stamps, you're gonna notice that it's got this paper backing. You do need to remove that paper backing before you stamp with it. So you just peel it right off, and you're not gonna put it back on. You're just gonna toss it away, say bye-bye. Now I've got this cling foam that's going to cling to the lid of my stamp positioner. Can you use other stamp positioners? You can, sure, you can. Well, I don't want to say but why, because you own them. But this is an amazing tool. If you have this tool, remember, the grid side is always facing up when you're using it, and the smooth side is what goes down against your stamp to pull it up. There we go. Now I'm just going to ink this up just so we can see it, and then we'll make something. So I have got my Color Pad waterproof ink from Jacquard. This is not a Stacy Park ink. This is a Jacquard ink, and it's waterproof. That means when I get it wet, it's not going to smear. It is wonderful with alcohol inks. It's wonderful with any kind of watercolor pencil. If you need an ink that's not going to smear, this is the ink for you. And yes, they have a re-inker. So I've got it stamped. Now this is the first time I'm stamping with it, so I might just do a double stamp. And as long as I don't move my paper, and I don't move my stamp, it's going to align up perfectly every time. Let's see. All right. Oh yeah, much better. Little on the schmutz on that side, but I'm going to be okay with it. Zoop. All right, so cute image, right? Him splashing in the puddle. And like I said, depending on the sentiment you use, this is either a great kids card, or if you use the when life throws you a rainy day, splash in the puddles, a great encouragement card for anybody. He's just darling. But I want to keep this, I want to use my watercolor pencils. I want to break them out and show them how to be used. So I think I'll just put this here. I'm going to move this over to the side, and I'm going to bring over my Brazil watercolor pencils. Now this is the 12 pack. We have it at a great price. I popped the lid out. Okay, well, we've got it at a great price. It's got 12 colors, even a little paintbrush. How do watercolor pencils work? Well, I think that's where I'm going to start with these to show you how watercolor pencils work. It is often a misconception that you get watercolor pencils, you would dip them in water and then color with them and then use them like a pencil, and that's how they're supposed to work. Watercolor pencils, they can get wet, but most often you want them as dry as possible. It depends upon the application that you're using. So let's take my orange. And if I were to scribble, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. If I were to scribble, it kind of looks like a crayon, right? But if I were to bring over some water and a paintbrush, so I've got my little blending mat here that I'm going to be using just to put my water down. I wonder how dirty my brush is. Oh, it's not so bad. Look at that. Way to go, Stacy. I've got my Fusion watercolor brushes. Now, if I add water, all of a sudden it changes that what looks like crayon into a paint. Pretty darn amazing. So I took what looks like crayon and turned it into a paint. Now the thing about watercolor is that while this is wet, you don't necessarily want to go in and color over the top. You can, anywhere your paper is dry, you can add color. But if your paper is wet, you don't necessarily want to put your watercolor pencil back into it. Look at how pretty is that color, and look at how you can dilute it out. So easy to use. Now what happens if you get your pencil wet? Well, let's go ahead. This is wet now. Let's just try and put some more color down. And what typically happens is that you leave scratch lines. So because my paper was wet when I put my color down, can you see those scratch lines? You need to wait for your paper to dry before you come back in and add more color. Let's do it again. Backside's good. I don't know how dry this is. We'll see. So here's my watercolor pencil. And I add my water to it to make my paint. And I can just pull my color all the way down to be a very, very faint orange. Now, if I want to add color to that, instead of coming in here while it's wet, because it's going to leave those scratch lines, the opportunity that I have is to maybe pull some color over here, or grab a piece of scratch paper and put some color on that, and then pull my color from here and add it in. See, I can pull this color and paint with it, but I don't want to put that watercolor pencil onto something that is wet, because you will leave scratch lines. So all I did was those lines right there, and you would think that they will blend away, but they will not. They're going to stay there, and that's not what we're looking for. When do you want to get your watercolor pencil wet? Well, you can get it wet if you want to do a brush to tip painting. Let's say I wanted to do this. And now I've used it to make splatters. Let's say I want to go in there and grab some color. And paint that way. Maybe instead of scribbling, scribble, 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 I want to take it directly from my paintbrush. Now I can't go in here and scribble, scribble, scribble and think that it's going to move. Nope, because it's wet. So for me to be able to do that, I would need to wait for my pencil to dry, or I just keep grabbing my color from up top. If that's how you're looking to use these, then you can get the color wet. It really is up to you. Great way to put some, ooh, yeah. Look at that. Great way to put some splatter down. That's super easy. So you do have options when using colored pencils, watercolor pencils, and there is a difference between colored pencils and watercolor pencils. Colored pencils don't use water at all. Not at all. Now I'm going to need to let this dry before I can come in and maybe, scribble, 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 scribble. So I need to let this dry, and I need to let my paper dry if I want to scribble, scribble, scribble. They are one of the easiest and fastest ways to color anything, especially if it's your first time trying to color anything. They are very, very forgiving, really forgiving. My pencil just dropped. Wait. Come back. There it is. And they make the most beautiful colors. I can do it with a flat brush if I'd prefer. I gotta get my flat brush wet. Water is your friend. And I can come in and play. And if I want to darken, then I take my pencil off to the side or onto another piece of paper. Get my paintbrush nice and wet. Go in there and pick up the color and add it in and paint. Now I'm just using regular 100-pound paper. In fact, this might even be 80-pound paper. If you were to be using watercolor paper, yeah, it's going to be even more vibrant and they're going to even move easier. I'm just using paper that I think you probably have in your crafty stash now, where you don't have to go out and buy something special. I just wanted to use paper that I thought you would be able to go to your paper drawer cabinet space, pull it out and start. So watercolor pencils are different. They're different than a colored pencil. And how you use it with water varies. I typically do not dip my pencil into water unless I'm prepared to take the ink from the pencil itself. Otherwise, you will get scratches. And now I've got my yellow going. And I can just keep on pulling my color. Okay. Now I'm going to need to let that dry before I scribble, scribble, scribble. So I'm going to do some super easy watercolor pencil examples for you. However, the very first one I'm going to do is using the white pencil. And, well, we're not going to be adding water to it at all. And you're like, wait a minute, you just explained all of that. I know. But the white pencil, we're going to leave just as white. And I am going to bring over my stamp that I was using, super cute. And this time I'm going to stamp it on directly to a few card bases. I'm just going to go straight to some card bases. And I've got Sizzix card bases with me. These are exclusive card bases. I've got 8 colors. These are the most recent release of the 8 colors. So I did these just a few weeks ago. You're only going to find them at Scrapbooking Made Simple. You get 10 cards, 10 envelopes. They retail for $4.99, and when we do them on sale, they're $3.99. You cannot get a better value for card bases and envelopes anywhere. They are amazing, and they are heavy. They are not flimsy. Oh, no, no, no. Love them. So this is the latest release. The first release I did was earlier in the year, and they were bright and happy and bold colors. Love these colors, and I'm the one who picked the colors. That's why I like them so much. See, and we needed yellow. They had no yellow. Now we have, they called it, they named them. They called that one English mustard and this one amber. We needed some yellow. We did. We needed something. We needed this beautiful teal because that's the Stacy Park color for Sizzix. I'm a licensed designer for them. We needed a beautiful purple and not just a lavender. We needed a blue. We needed the denim blue. We needed these colors. So this collection launched earlier in the year with the bolder, brighter colors. And then the blue and the green and the yellow and the red launched just a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to play with these just a little bit. Maybe I'll do a purple. Maybe a teal. Maybe a green. I don't know. I'm going to stamp it a couple times and we'll see. I'm going to stamp it a couple times and we'll see what we do. Okay. So, got my stamp on my positioner. Now I'm going to peel it off and clean it because I'm going to reposition it for my card bases. And I'm going to stamp directly onto my card base. No, I'm not going to stamp on white paper and color it in. We're going to go directly to my card base. I know, I can't, I change my mind all the time. Let's see, maybe we do. Maybe we do that one there. Put my lid on. Remember, the grid side facing up. And the smooth side down, press down, ta-da! Now all I have to do is ink it up. And again, I'm using a waterproof ink because what if I want to use an alcohol marker with it, or I want to use my watercolor pencils with it? What if I want to use a spray or a mist? Give a press. Pull it up. There it is. I think I'm going to give him one more stamp. Now I don't have to take my lid off every time. Right now, I'm taking my lid on and off. That's because my workspace, I have a Big Shot machine over to the left of me. If I wanted, and that Big Shot wasn't going to be in my way, I could just open my lid, ink it, and then close it back up. I don't have to take the lid off unless I want to. Nice little press. So you don't have to flip the side of your lid. You can use clear stamps with this as well. Everybody plays in the same sandbox together. Sizzix made sure that this tool is going to work with everything you have. All right, I think that's good. So one done. And I went straight to the card base. Boop. Now let's see, maybe we do the green. And maybe I do the green this way. Let's see if I'm even close to where I want to be. Nope, I'm not anywhere near close. Nope, too far. So I could take the stamp off and position it. But I'm going to fly by the seat of my pants because that's the type of girl I am. Just a hair. So I'm using the grid lines on the sticky grid to line up what I'm doing. I'm using the lines on my sticky grid. Yeah, maybe just a little bit. I think I went the wrong way. Just a little bit. No, see? Like, just go for it, Stacy. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right. I'm just going to do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Ink them up again. And you will find with your stamps, the more you use them, the better they become. They're like a really cool cast iron skillet, that the more you use that cast iron skillet, the better it becomes. Same with your stamps. The more you use them, the better they seem to stamp. Embossing folders are the same way. Oh, that looks good. In and press. Maybe I'll start with these two. Or maybe one more. I'm so indecisive. So my classes are not scripted. They're not pre-planned. I kind of do what I do, and that's what we get. I mean, I know the product I'm going to be using, but I don't have anything pre-ready to go. We do it together. You see the mistakes that I make and see how I fix them. Because I always fix them. It's rare that I have ever thrown anything away. I think that you should finish everything. Even if while you're doing it, you think, oh, this is just not working out, finish it and then walk away. Just walk away. And then in a little while, come back and take a second look at it. And all of a sudden, with new, fresh eyes, when you've had a moment to step away from it, you come back and you go, hey, that's not half bad after all. But we have such unrealistic expectations of ourselves that we don't show ourselves any grace in a lot of things in life. And crafting shouldn't be one of those things. Finish what you start, come back, look at it, and if you still really don't like it, well, then you can toss it or save it to give to somebody that, well, maybe you wouldn't take the time necessarily to make something handmade, but because you already have it done. But we really do, we don't give ourselves nearly the grace we should. Oh, love him. Okay, so I've got 3 of these. I'm going to stick him off to the side. I'm going to pull him off. Move this out of my way for just a minute. I'm only going to use a baby wipe to clean him. You may use a stamp cleaner or a solvent cleaner on a red rubber stamp. You can do that on a clear stamp. Do not use a solvent cleaner. I don't particularly mind if he looks a little stained. I know once I clean him, he's not that color's not going to transfer. So now what am I going to do? Well, I've got 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take my white watercolor pencil. So if I were using it on white paper, you're not going to see too much because it's white. Oh, Stacy. Oh, that's my blue. Let's get that blue out of there. So white watercolor pencil, you're really not going to see on white paper. Not so much. On black, Now you can see it. And it kind of turns into a milky paint. So it might be good for, I'm not sure what, but it kind of turns into a milky color. You can use it to tone your other colors, which is really what it's meant to do, is tone your other colors. So if you were to blend your colors, let's bring it back. If you were to blend maybe a little bit of a red and a little bit of the white, it will help tone that red down. And really that's what the white is there for, or to use on a dark color. But you can absolutely blend the two together to tone the color down. For me, however, I want to use it just as white. I'm not going to tone it at all, and I'm not going to use any water. I'm going to sharpen it up. And we do have the sharpener on sale. So this is the general sharpener. It's meant for, it's a really nice sharpener. It's not the cheapest thing on the market. It's not expensive, but it is a really, really nice sharpener. It's made for colored pencils and watercolor pencils and what are the black ones, the sketchy ones, charcoal pencils. So I'm going to take my white and I'm just going to go in there and I'm just going to color right over the top. I'm just going to color him right in with white. So if you have a white colored pencil, yes, you can do the exact same thing. As long as I don't get this wet, for all intents and purposes, it is acting as if it's a colored pencil. But a colored pencil you cannot get wet. A watercolor pencil you can use just on its own or as a paint once you get it wet. Just want to give him just a little bit of color so you can see him a little bit better. Time is of the essence. You don't have a lot of time to get a quick card done. You were just informed that you need to go to a birthday party for a 6-year-old, and your little one just brought you the invitation and said, "Mommy, it's today." Been there, done that. So now I've got him colored so you can see him a little bit better. Right? Let's do them all. Let's do all of them. Super easy to do. Really fast. Colored. I stamped straight onto my card base because you don't want to do all the matting. You just need to get something done fast, easy, cute. Handmade, of course, because that's what we do. Even in a pinch, it can be handmade. And the white just adds a little bit of color so that my cute little robot dude who's splashing in the water, so he shows up a little bit better. And I don't want to get it wet because then the white is literally just going to disappear into the green. You won't see it. Okay, second one done. Let's do my last one. Love the color. And then we'll finish them out. So I put him towards the bottom because that way he's splashing the puddle. And you've got room for a sentiment right at the top. And anywhere I see teal poking through on him, I'm just adding my white. Not that it is hiding the teal, it's not. It's just making him stand out a little bit more. So super fast, super easy. Now we finish him off, and we can keep it as simple as ABC. Maybe on this one, I take the sentiment, no idea what I got on my white paper. I take the sentiment and let's stamp it. So I'm going to bring my positioner back over. I need to peel off that backing and just throw it away. And let's go here. Ink, ink, ink. Such a pretty font. Now I don't have to press overly hard. I'm not going to go "er." No, no "er." Just a light press. Let the positioner do the work for you. There it is. When life throws you a rainy day, splash in the puddles. Now, I'm going to move it down. And pick it up. Leaves a little bit of a sentiment because I didn't clean it, but it should line itself up just fine. There we go. And I'll move it down one more time. I'm leaving lots of room in between so I can trim out and mat. Now, if you don't have a positioner, but you have a stamp block, that's going to work just as well. The thing with a stamp block is that you can't lift it up, add more ink, and put it back down and have it line up. And with the Sizzix tool, they have no lip on any of the sides so that you can use any size paper you want. If you're looking to do a scrapbook page and you want to stamp directly onto your scrapbook page, well, you're going to be able to do that anywhere on the page because there's nothing that's going to keep the paper from you being able to move it where it is you want it to be. All right, I've cut it 3 times. I think the first one, I'm going to trim out. And I freehand. I know most of you would not. No judgment. I struggle with a trimmer, and I think I show myself more grace with a freehand than struggling with a trimmer. Because with a trimmer, if it's not right, I want to know why isn't it right. With a freehand, if it's not right, it's like, well, I did my best. I think a little bit more off the top. All right, good enough for me. These are handmade, homemade. Nobody's going to see if my lines are not 100% straight. All they're going to see is that I made it for them with love in my heart. Good enough for me. How big is it? Is it too big? Oh, I need to take a little bit off the sides. Zoop. Zoop. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to bring over some Sizzix Opulent paper. Hello, Sizzix Opulent paper. It is their specialty paper. It is sold in packs of 50. There are 10 specialty finishes. So you get, 10. There's 5 specialty finishes. You get 10 of each sheet. So you will get 10 of the glitter, you'll get 10 of the matte, you'll get 10 of the brushed metal, 10 of the pearl, and 10 of the mirror. So 5 different finishes, 10 of each sheet for a total of 50. Now, Sizzix has done something very special for SMS people. For all of us SMS peeps out there, Sizzix has gone above and beyond on this for this YouTube. This pack usually runs $22.99. We have it on sale at an amazing price. But to go with it, not only is it at an amazing price, we are including a free set of their flakes. So the silver will get silver flakes. The gold opulent will get the gold flakes. The rose gold opulent will get the rose gold flakes. And I want to say that this retails for around $26, and I think we have it on sale for somewhere around $17. That's for the paper and the flakes. I know, amazing. But what if you just want the flakes? We'll have the flakes. They just won't be on sale. They'll be at the regular price. And what if you want just the silver opulent paper? I will have it for you, but it will be $22.99, the regular price. Because why would you pass up the flakes and the paper for between $17 and $18, I think it is. Oh my gosh. Now, if I'm wrong, if the price is a little different, don't kill me, but it's close to that. It is holy smokes artichokes, right? I know. So we're going to play with the silver, and I'm going to matte this in the silver. And I like the matte. The matte makes my heart happy. Look at how pretty is it. Well, maybe the mirror. Give it a little pizzazz. Maybe the mirror, and we'll give it a little pizzazz. So 10 sheets of each specialty. Beautiful paper. And ta-da! It's Taylor and Oh So Clever Karina are the one, and Miss Kim are the ones who made it happen. I was like, what can we do? What can we do? And they said, ooh, I don't know. Let's see. And then they did it. It could be at one of the lowest prices we've ever had it when you include the free flakes. Crazy good. And with the season coming up, the holiday season, you are going to love opulent paper. It comes in other colors. They have charcoal, and they have mystical, and they have ivory, and they have a pack called Muted. All right, one card down. Not perfect, but done. That's all I'm going to do to it. One card down. It can be that simple, that easy. Nails. There we go. Done. Straight to the card base. The card bases come with envelopes. 10 cards, 10 envelopes. with the gummy on them. Yes, your envelopes have the sealant on them. If you don't understand why I'm telling you that this is important, trust me. Go back about 2 years and watch some YouTubes with card bases where there was no gummy on the envelope. So, one done, ready to go. Yay. Now we have this one. And what do we want to do with this one? Oh, maybe we'll do this one next. And I think I'll bring over the Distress Plaid and let's see what colors we have. Maybe this one. And let's trim this out and we'll make a mat out of the Distress Plaid. So I already know I'm going to need it cut close there and cut close there. Now I just need to straighten out my cuts. And oh, that looks pretty good. I'm not even going to mess anymore with that one. I think that looks good. I'm going to tape that down. Double-sided tape. If it's too long, I don't even bother to cut it or to tear it. I just fold it right back in onto itself because, well, it's double-sided tape and you can do that. So I think I'm going to go here. Maybe a little less. Cute, but it needs a little something. A little something. Let's see how fine I can get that mat. How fine can I cut it? Just needs a little something so that that green pops against it. I'm going to make this mat as thin as I can make it. I love to mat paper Everybody owns it. And it just adds that extra little dimension. But it's so, I mean, everybody has paper. And just by matting, sometimes I double mat, sometimes I triple mat. It's like one of the least expensive embellishments. And yet has such a pizzazz, a pow, and elegance to it. All right, pretty darn close. Oh yeah, see? Better. It just needed a pop of something. It just needed a pop. Just see how thin that mat is? Just a pop of something. So card number 2, done. Bam. We'll finish card number 3 and then we're gonna move on. So the first thing we've done is we've stamped straight to our card base. Didn't even try to stamp on white paper and color. We just stamped straight onto the card base and added our sentiment. Done. So I've got 1 and I've got 2. This one just has the silver around it. This one has a little bit of that green plaid and then a little bit of gold. And then the last one I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna pull out the flakes. Okay, what size tape do I wanna use? Use that. I wanna use this. Oh, I think I will. I think I'll use this. I think I'll leave a little bit of purple. So now I'm using Stacy tape in a 1-inch size. Straight onto that card base. Bing, bang, boom. Done. Bing, bang, boom, done. But I've got to do the other side. So I want to leave about the same reveal. I want to leave about this much reveal on this side. Wish me luck. Drum roll, please. Brrr. Oh, I'm going to say it's close. I'm going to say it's close. Nobody's going to pull out their millimeter gauge to be sure, right? Right. All right, and this time I'm going to use some flakes, and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use the silver flakes. I think I'm going to use the silver flakes. So, Sizzix flakes. They're metal flakes. Comes with this little lid. Do not lose the little lid. You're going to want to put the little lid back. The thing about these flakes is that you don't want to have your ceiling fan going. You don't want to sneeze. They are that's me blowing. I mean, just as light as I can blow. They are light as air and will just go. Now you may want to take them out of this container and just get yourself an inexpensive little Tupperware at the dollar store, because the flakes, they're compressed in here and they're sold by weight. But as you use them, they will aerate. They'll aerate and get fuller and bigger. It's almost like they're growing. It's like, how did I start out? How did I end up with more than what I started with? Well, as the air gets in there, they kind of puff and grow. So you may want to put them into a different container, up to you. But if not, you always want to keep your little lid that they gave you, because that kind of pushes them back down and keeps them contained. Now I used Stacy tape because that's what's going to hold my flakes in place. So if I pull off my Stacy tape to expose the sticky, sticky's exposed, I need to do something right away because now it's sticky. If I don't do anything, it's going to stick to everything. I'm going to grab some of my silver flakes and I'm just going to kind of put them all here and there. They do grow together because they're all compressed together. So that one little piece that I had is now grown to fill all of my space. This one little piece had 20 layers of these metallic flakes as part of it, but it's so thin you would not even know it. Now I'm going to take a Creative Expressions sponge. They're sold like this. You get 6 each, and this is what we do to put the flakes down. First, I kind of pat them in place. Then I take my sponge, and it's a softy sponge, and I kind of move it around. And anywhere that Stacy tape is, holy smokes, artichokes. Look at what's happening. Right? Pretty cool. Now the flakes are inexpensive on their own. If you just want the flakes, they're $3.99. See, I've got too much here. I've got a lot going on. They're $3.99, so they're inexpensive on their own. But if you're thinking about getting any of the paper, you're going to get the flakes for free and the paper on sale. Now, me being me, I would put all of this together and scoop it up, because even those tiny little flakes on here will work when you put them on Stacy tape. So I use one sponge for gold, one sponge for silver, one sponge for rose gold, and those are the only colors that Sizzix makes in flakes. But of course there's other manufacturers who make metal flakes. Now I can feel it and it doesn't feel tacky anywhere, but if I still felt some tack and I wanted to add some more flakes down, the tape will hold it. Even though there's some flakes already on it, I can add more if I want and kind of tap it in and then burnish it on in, just in case you feel any sticky. All right, that's good. Now I have the other side to do. Look at how cute he is, right? So fun. And tweezers are your friend. And it's better to start with too little than too much. You can always add. I'm going to give that a whirl and see what happens. I'm going to kind of press it into place. And then I'm just going to gently swirl. And there I go. So cute. And then I've got my sentiment. Where do I want to add my sentiment? Do I want to put my sentiment in the middle? Maybe I don't put my sentiment on the outside of my card. Well, I don't have to trim it down too much because I went with a horizontal card and not a vertical. Okay, I think that's okay. And then maybe I grab my, ooh, yep, maybe I grab this. Maybe I put that on there. Get a little closer. Zoop. Put this on my pretty purple. Put the lid on my flakes. Otherwise they'll be wafting through the air. Let's grab some Stacy tape. Yeah, so no air conditioning right above you if you can avoid it. No ceiling fans, no sneezing. Not when you have your flakes open. And remember, when they multiply, that's to be expected. Nope, too big. And I'll have 3 cards done. And they were easy. A beginning crafter can do these. Even if you don't have a stencil and stamp tool. What do you have that is kind of a plastic base that you could use as a block? Are you a die cutter? Do you have a die cutting machine? Can you use a cutting pad? Kind of look around and see what you've got that would allow a stamp to cling to it. And all you can do is grab it and try. Worst case scenario, the stamp doesn't cling to it and you're no better or no worse for the attempt. Okay, and on the inside, that's perfect. Colors are perfect. Outside, inside. 3 cards done. Ready to move on. So the next one, I'm not going to stamp directly onto my card base. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it on my white paper. So 1, 2, 3. All right, moving on. I'm going to grab another stamp, and I think I will grab, because it is Mr. SMS and myself, we just celebrated our 29th wedding anniversary. Now, I have known him since I was like 13 years old, told him he was going to marry me when I was 14 years old. Took him a while to believe me, but eventually he fell in line and we got hitched. And that was 29 years ago. So I am going to be 56, I think. Is it 56 I'm going to be? I have known him, I don't know, what is that, 42 years? I've known Michael. He's been my best friend. It's a long time. And married for 29. All right, so I'm going to start with some white paper. Maybe I just keep it big. I think I'm just going to keep my paper big. And I'm going to bring over my stencil and stamp tool. And I've got my colored pencils here, my watercolor pencils we're going to use. So I'm going to put my paper down. Close it up. Pick up my image. Now, for some reason, your stamp stops picking up. Wipe your lid down. It's possible that it's got, the oils from your hands. It's got stuff on it that's keeping it from clinging. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink it up. And stamp. I'm going to do it one more time because I'm just using the stamp for the first time. All right, I'm good. Pull it off, and I think I'll do one more. Since it's there, I'll stamp again. And since I've got such a big piece of paper, I'm pretty good. I shouldn't have to line it up too much. There we go. That'll work. Generational stamping, so a super light image. Just using the ink that was already on it. And close it up. That looks pretty good. Pull it off. Pull my stamp off. Just put that down there for now. I'm gonna wipe my stamp down. So if you don't wipe your stamp down right away, is it gonna cause a problem for your stamp? Absolutely not. Don't even worry about it. It may stain the stamp a little bit darker than what it is, but it's still going to be just fine. All right, so let's see. I've got 2 to play with. And this time I am going to use my watercolor pencils on white paper. I'm going to use them as watercolor pencils. I don't know what I did to the lid. Do I need to pop it back in there? I think I need to pop it back in. But I'll do that later. So I've got this cute little set, cute little couple, and I wanna color them. Now, to keep it simple, I'm gonna use black to start with. I'm gonna keep it super simple, and I'm gonna use black to start with. I think I will use this brush, and I will use my blending mat for my water, and I'm going to shade from the outside in. So he's looking in and she's looking in, and I'm going to start my dark color in and my dark color in, and yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a little bit of my black, and I'm just going to draw. Ooh, broke my point. I'm just going to kind of draw a line all I did was draw a line here, down, and there. That's all I did. A line here, down, and there. If I want to extend that line out a little bit, I can. I'm needing to leave negative space. If I were to take my black and I was to color the whole thing, when I get the paint wet, when I get the pencil wet and it turns into a paint, I have no place for that color to move to. It would make this into a solid black. So if I were to take it, and let's say this is my stamped image, and I was to color the entire thing black, when I get it wet, I have got no place for that color to go except for to stay solid black. There's no place for me to move it. If I want solid black, that's what I'm looking for. But if I have my circle, and that's my stamped image, and I just add a little bit to an edge. Look at how much negative space I'm leaving. Look at how much negative space I'm leaving. So put my black right there. Now I take my water and now I've got room to move that color. Whereas before, I had just black. I need to leave that negative space to add that color in. Now remember, I could come over here and put a little bit of black down and pick up my water and come in and make a paint to go back in if I wanted to add some more. But without leaving any negative space, you eliminate the opportunity to have a highlight, a mid-tone, and a shadow. You'll just have flat. And I want a highlight, a mid-tone, and a shadow. So I have only put a little bit of my black around the outside. I just went along the lines of the stamp. And my water. Water's your friend. And you will see me do this a lot. That's because I'm slowly taking ink off my paintbrush to help the color soften as it goes out. So I'll get it started. A little bit of water. And then I will start to pull water off my brush to soften the color. So I have dark, medium, light. Now if I need more and I want to go back in and I want to add color, I can come back in and just draw over on my side and pick up that color. If I want to take it out even further, and always remember, the darker it is here, the lighter it is here. So I can take that black And I can add even more to my end, because the darker it is here, the lighter it is here. So I've got him started. Now I'm going to start her. And I'm just going to color right along the edge of the stamp. I'm going to add my water. Oh, Stacy. And I'm taking that water off to where it almost becomes a dry brush. How easy was that, right? It isn't hard. I promise you, you can do this. You absolutely can do this. Now maybe with her, I add a little bit of purple here. And I give her just a little bit of some color. Just a little bit of some color. And that purple went right in, and you see me doing this is me taking the water off the brush. And for him, let's do, oh, I don't know, blue? So just a line, because I want to be able to pull that color. Fusion brushes are wonderful. They are watercolor brushes. They are just amazing to work with. And they're affordable for a watercolor brush. Are they the best watercolor brushes on the market? Well, if you're a watercolorist, you're probably going to say no. But if you're a paper crafter, you're going to say these are pretty darn good. So now they each have a little bit of color on their face, kind of looking at each other. So they got shadow over here, color over there. And if I want to add a little bit more, I can. Remember, I just have to come in, have my little palette over here, which is why I left my paper a little bit bigger. A little bit of water. And I can literally paint it in. Now I can come in and do a little bit on their body. One and one. So watercolor pencils are one of the fastest and easiest ways to color something when you're not comfortable and confident in coloring. By the time you're done, you will be. You will feel so good about what you've made. Does it take a little bit of practice? A little bit of practice. sit down, stamp a few images, draw some circles. Draw some hearts and some squares and just color them. See, I'm constantly doing that because I want that brush to almost be dry. And look at how cute they're becoming, right? They're darling, so cute. And then I can come in and maybe do a little bit of maybe some green and maybe a little bit of a red can here. So I've colored my grass with a little bit of green and I've colored my cans red. And I'm constantly doing that. That's taking the water off. So I get that shadow and that mid-tone and that highlight. For my green. And maybe I take just a little bit of brown and I'll make a palette over here with some brown. Grab some water, maybe pick up just a little bit of brown and add a little bit of brown to my grass. And bring my green back. Make a little palette out of my green. Cute. Cute. Now the last thing I want to do to it is add a wash. So a color wash, so it's not so stark white. And for that, I'm just going to use my very light blue. And I'm just going to lightly come in here, very lightly, and kind of color around it. Just lightly. Really soft. And then I'm going to come in with my color, with my water. And I'm just going to have it dissolve. Oh, grab some of my black. I'm just going to have that blue dissolve a little bit, just so it takes away the starkness of the white. Now I got some of my black in there. Can you see I smeared some of my black? So I'm going to lean into that a little bit. And to make that happen, I'm going to add some more black and maybe make a little grayscale. So I smeared just a little bit, so now I'm just going to add a little gray, just to make a little grayscale. Maybe more like it's cloudy outside. And then if I want, again, using my palette, and now you can see why I kept my paper bigger, because I can just work all the way around my paper. I'm only going to use this piece. Come back in with my blue. Water is your friend. Just add a little bit more blue. All right, I think I'm done. And they're so cute. And then I can trim them out. And I'm not using specialty paper. Okay. I think that's about right. Okay, that looks good. They're getting there. Now, what color do I want to use? I used purple already. I think blue would be good. Oh, I think I'm going to have to trim them down quite a bit. So, trim it down. Almost. Maybe just a little bit more. Oh, I think that's about right. And let's mat it. Oh. But I think I'm going to take my tape. I'm going to run my tape. So here's my card base. Here's the score side. I'm going to run my tape right along that edge. Trim it out. Trim it out. And let's add some flakes. I feel like they should be silver again. We could try the rose gold. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, but you know what? No guts, no glory. You're like, no, no, do the silver. Maybe. That really does kind of pop on there. Let's see what happens. So, they call these rose gold. They're copper. I mean, I love you, Sizzix. I do. You know I'm fond of you. But we gotta call it what we call it. See, look at these big pieces. Look at these big pieces. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna see if that's gonna be enough. So I'm gonna grab another of my little sponges because I want one for each color. Nope, I'm gonna put more down. And anywhere that Stacy tape is, the flakes are just gonna be held right in place with it. It's a pretty color on the blue. Really beautiful on the blue. So if I do that, let's put this back on. Oh, there we go. Let's put my lid back on. And then let's do this. And I'm just gonna cut that out and we'll mat that and let's see what we get. I think I'm kind of liking the color. I thought I was gonna want silver, but that's so predictable. Yes, let's not be predictable. Let's be creative. Right on top. Okay, now I'm going to tape that down. Not with that size. Here we go. So a little bit of tape here. And a little bit of tape on my other side. You would do a better job of taping than me. I just want to get it down. Let me go back just a little bit so we can see the whole thing. So I'm going to mat this on here. And then I'm going to trim off the extra on the bottom and on the side. Just trim it right off. And then that can go there. And I want my sentiment. So the sentiment for this one is better together. And I think I'm going to put it down here. So I'm going to mat this. I'm going to tape this on down. And then stamp my sentiment right on my card base, directly to it. Look at that little tiny reveal I have on either side of the blue. Holy smokes, artichokes. And then I've got my stamp. Gonna bring over my positioner. Put that down. Take the paper off because it will not cling if it has that paper on it. Make sure that I have it facing the right direction. Better together. Boy, that would really, well, I guess if I had it facing the wrong direction, I'd just stamp it on white paper and cover it up. Suppose that's what I'd do. Better together. And I'm done. I think I'm going to leave that stamp there because I'm probably going to stamp it one more time. Let's bring over this one and let's be quick about it. So this one maybe I'll do in red. I'll do her in all red. Let's bring over my So I'm just going to go in there and color her in red. And I'm going to leave me some negative space. Left some negative space, and I'm just going to do her in all red. Can you see me pulling it off? Bam. Need a little more red on her. Remember, the darker this side is, the lighter that side looks. So I'm building my midtone, my shadow, and my shading with just one color. So all I'm trying to do is just get one color. And now let's do him. And we'll do him in the blue. Blue, 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 blue. Is that the blue? Blue. And I'll add my color. And I'll come out a little further because I got a big space to carry over. And some blue. So look at how much negative space there is. Done. Look at how fast and easy that is. Look at how cute they are. How cute they are. Love them. They're so darling. If I want to add a little more blue, I've got my little palette over here. Maybe make it just a little darker over here. Finished. It doesn't have to be harder than that. I want my brush almost dry. Now I'm working backwards. I don't want to work backwards. There we go. Good, he looks good. I'm happy. Now my grass. Little green. Little brown. My cans, maybe a little orange. This time I'm doing my green and my brown at the same time. My cans. And then a little bit of blue. And I can use a flat brush to do that part because now I've put my blue kind of all the way around. And this is about as long as it would take to do it. The coloring does not have to be hours to get it done. It's a matter of minutes. I'm going to take some of that darker blue and put a little bit of that in there. Why not? Give it that watercolory look, because that's what you're doing. And done. That looks good. Let's see if it's too big. Just a little too big on the top. A little off the top. And a little off the bottom. And now we're good to start matting. Don't know where I want to put my sentiment now. Maybe on the side? So I think I want a little bit off. And put it down and let's see what we've got. So am I happy with that? A little bit of a red reveal. And then this on top. All right, we're gonna go for it. Like I said, we gotta finish. You see how easy watercolor pencils can be. They're user-friendly, and not all watercolor pencils are created the same. Brunswick is a fine art quality product. It's affordable, and the quality is superior to what you're going to get perhaps from what we would find in a crafty type scrapbooking manufacturer. Brunswick is from the fine art world, So, of course, their quality has to be better. That's all fine art means, is that the quality you start with is better. It's higher. It's like starting your chocolate chip cookies with Ghirardelli chocolate chips as opposed to the Dollar Tree chocolate chips. So if you can have a higher quality product for about the same price, and sometimes it's even less than what you would find from a paper crafting manufacturer, why wouldn't you buy it? Fine art it's not about the talent level, it's about the quality of product. So we tend to, if at all possible, look to the fine art world for some of our inks and our pencils and things like that. That's why my Stacy Park inks are made by Jacquard. Jacquard is from the fine art world. And so the quality is better. Let's see how I do here. Wish me luck. I would give anything to be able to stand up over the top of this to see what I'm doing. No, it's way too much on this side. Ooh, is it gonna come up? Is it gonna come up? Please. Yikes. Let's try there. Okay, good enough. And I said I'm going to stamp my sentiment, and I am. Okay, so do I do better together or better together? I'm going to go this way. I might be wrong, but we're going to try this way. Maybe up there. Just go for it. What's the worst that can happen? Better together. There we go. Voila. That took a lot. Voila. Look at how cute. And then straight to the card base. And I used that white watercolor pencil just to give them a little bit of a touch. Look at how easy and how cute. Love them. I think I'll stamp one more. Any darling? And I'm just gonna go and do pull it off. Place my paper down. Place my stamp on him. Leaving myself room for a palette if I need. And my ink. And you notice that my black ink has not smeared all over the place. Up. Not bad, but I'm going to do one more. Down. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Look at how good that looks, right? Amazing. Okay. And let's just go for it. I follow the line of the stamp. All I'm doing is following the line of the stamp. Fast, easy, and achievable, even if this is the first time you've ever tried coloring. Watercolor pencils are your friend. Done. A little bit of color. Pulling off the water to get a dry brush. Done.
Fast, simple. And you see, I'm just going for it.
I'm just going for it.
A little bit of color where I see.
Done.
A little goes a long way. And you need to leave negative space so that paint has some place to move. Now, got a little bug over there I gotta do. So I've got a bigger area to fill in, so I'm going to add a little bit more color. Got a bigger area to fill in, so I've added more color. Oh, I went outside my lines. So I accidentally went outside my line right there. So I'm going to try and dilute that with water to pick it up. And use that water as an eraser. So how long has it taken me to color this? And I might even add just a touch of black, maybe just a touch of black. Just to kind of maybe just a little bit, maybe distress it a little bit, have a little black going in there. Kind of vintage it, age it, dirty it up a little. And maybe I even do a little touch of black, kind of at the top. Just to kind of distress it, dirty it up a little.
Look at how cute is this? And how long did that take me, right? Super fast. I just made sure I left some negative space. Left that a little bit lighter. I left it a little bit lighter. I've left it a little bit lighter. You can do this, I promise. I got that little doodle bug over there. A little tiny doodle bug. And these are just a simple way of coloring them. And I did that bing, bang, boom. I mean, I did that one bing, bang, boom. I didn't think about it. I didn't worry about it. I just went for it. Bing, bang, boom. Can we say it together? Bing, bang, boom. Now, what am I going to do with it? I have no idea. But I wanted to show you just how quickly you really can get these done if you just go for it. Don't give it a thought. Man, maybe you start here, right? Maybe you start back here where you're just stamping straight onto the card base, taking that white, filling it in, and off you go. You're off to the races. But then we added a little bit of pizzazz to it and we put the sentiment on the inside. But then we added a little more pizzazz to it. And then we went bing, bang, boom. Love the robots, love everything about it, love how easy they are to work with, love that they can be quirky and whimsical, but then the sentiments are so good and so adult. But you can also just put a happy birthday on here for a little one. Love the Bronzil watercolor pencils. All watercolored pencils are not made the same. They just aren't. These are highly pigmented. The quality of them is beautiful. Love the Distress Plaid. Oh my gosh, this speaks to me. And if you love the Christmas plaid, you're going to love this every bit as much. Love all the card bases. Oh man, see, I'm gonna wanna take this and I'm gonna wanna cut this down. And I'm gonna wanna put some rainy clouds all around it. I'll make a gray sky around it. Oh yeah, and I want to mat him on this one. Okay, that looks really good. Oh my gosh. He's like perfect on there. And then what's the sentiment? And then stamp. I'm just gonna mat him. He's perfect. I'm just gonna mat him and we're gonna call it done. But he fit perfect right there. I'm not gonna mat him on anything else. I'm just gonna tape him on down. No, I like the sentiment on the bottom. The card bases from Sizzix are fabulous. They work with the distressed plaid really well, and they work with the colored pencils really well. I think we have the 12 pack of colored pencils on sale for like, I don't know, I think they're at least 20, maybe 30% off. It's got to be this way, right?
Bring back my stamp positioner, my stencil and stamp tool. Pull this bad guy out. Put him in. Kind of line it up with my grid. I say close enough, and if I'm wrong, I can always, oh, Stacy, I can always cover it with white paper and just stamp again. Oh, I stamped too hard. It's good to make new friends, but I smudged it. I smudged it. Let it go. Letting it go. Look at that. That is growth. Okay, so we played, we did, we learned, we tried, we experimented, and all easy peasy, all something everybody here can do. You've got this. I know that. If I can do this, you can do this. I am not a colorist. I'm not a fine artist. I've never been to school to do anything like that. I am a crafter. I am a maker. And I believe in having fun in what I do. And I believe that the people who I give these things to will love them no matter what I think of my finished project. They're not going to see the little oopsies. They're just going to see the love behind what I did. Andy Skinner, 6 stamps. Open stock on sale. I want it all on sale. Entirely up to you. The little robots are darling. The Distress Plaid. I bought as much as I could. It is fabulous, fabulous paper. Sizzix. 1 pack plus 1 flake come together at a value price. We have the rose gold. We have the silver. And we have the gold. Now you are able to buy them by themselves, but I didn't discount them. If you just want the flakes, they're $3.99. If you just want the paper, it's $22.99. But for between, I don't know, is it $18, $17, whatever it is, you can get both. So we've got that for you. I've got the Brunzil watercolor pencils for you. I don't know if I already did those. I've got the Sizzix card bases, all 8 colors for you. All of them, the new ones, the older ones, all of them, the exclusive. They're all exclusive here to Scrapbooking Made Simple. You will not find these color bases anywhere else as far as I know. Eventually, I think they're rolling out to some of the other stores, but I don't know that that's happened yet. So you've got all of that on sale for you. The pencil sharpener is on sale. No, it's in the YouTube Yummies, but it's at the lowest price we can go. I want to say it's around $4.50, and that's as low as we can go on the pencil sharpener. And then the Yasutomo brushes we have. So just a whole bunch of stuff for you to look at. Just oh, even the Turbo Mister. I even did the Turbo Mister on sale. Wahoo could you? And the black ink with the refill because it doesn't move with water or with your alcohol ink markers. Now, samples, because there's a boatload of them. And they are all done, with the exceptions of the ones I've done, they're all done by the design team for Creative Expressions. So, Rachel Hamer, I'm hoping that's Rachel Hamer. Look at how beautiful is this. And look at how sweet. Isn't that sweet? This is, oh, this is Christine Smith. Hello, Christine Smith. This is so sweet. I love it. And on the bench, this is Fiona Randall. Fiona, I love him on the bench. This one is stunning. This is Dee Adams. Oh my gosh, Dee. Holy smokes, artichokes. Now you could do that with watercolor paints. With the watercolor, you just go in there and scribble, scribble, and then move the color, and then scribble over here, and then move the color, then scribble some more and move the color, and then up here. You can do a whole background like that. Beautiful. I don't know who this one is by, but man, it's good. We've got the little tag done in the neons. And wash your worries away. Time together is never wasted. Look at this one just splashing. Look at this. Is that not amazing? Love this. Again, this is watercolor. That's watercolor ink. Yummy. Look at our, oh, who did this one? I didn't been telling you. This is Rachel. Is it Hamer? Hamer. I'm not sure, Rachel. Please don't be mad at me. And Sue's Humphrey Designs did this one. See, I got so engrossed. And Sue's Humphrey Design did this one. And then we have, oh, I don't know. It says Maz A. Skinner, UK. Well, that would be Andy Skinner, but I don't know who the Maz is. But love it. Love it. And this one is Andy's. No, is that Andy? Andy, did you make this? Is this like the Andy Skinner? No, shut the front door. I'm like, are you kidding me, Andy? It says Andy Skinner on the back, but I don't know if that, I'm okay. I'm gonna calm myself down for a brief moment. Fiona Randall. Okay, Fiona. I'm just gonna calm myself down. I nearly lost my mind right there thinking that I have an Andy Skinner right there. This one is Christine Smith. See, I love that, Christine. That was fabulous. That was so clever. Seeing the wash behind. This one is beautiful. This one's Christine Smith too. Gosh, ladies and gents, you're very talented. All of you are simply amazing. I have got so many samples to show you. Rachel, this is Rachel again. Love. See, look at how beautiful is that color. And then she left everything else, so that pop of color is like bam. And I love the little color under the eyes. Oh, this is stunning, stunning, stunning. Fiona, love Fiona, same thing. She painted everywhere except. Love these. Spread a little kindness every day. Absolutely. This is Christine Smith. Oh my gosh. You guys had as much fun with these as I did. Fiona Randall, wash your worries away. And the little bubbles, look at that. Oh, and better together. Fiona Randall, better together. Oh, this one is beautiful. This one, next one is beautiful. Oh, Dee Adams. Wow, Dee, this is stunning. This is really stunning. I mean, really stunning. Time together is never wasted. Same thing. Andy, did you do this? It says your name on the back. I'm almost going to be in tears if this is one of your samples. I literally will, I'm like, I mean, that's just amazing to me. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm all geeking out. I'm fangirling right now. There are tears in my eyes.
Thank you. All of your makers are amazing. This one is from Andy. I just am so beside myself. This is stunning. Fiona, you guys just absolutely rocked it. This one is amazing. I told you, if you stay for Rachel, this is fab. If you stay for the samples, it's worth every moment of it, not knowing that we were going to have samples here from Andy. Christine Smith. Oh my gosh, is that the most darling thing ever? And then Pretty in Pink. I think this might be an Andy Skinner too, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, and the next one's beautiful. How those clouds are magnificent. Oh, and it's Andy Skinner, those clouds. Look at the talent. I mean, I just totally fangirling right now. I'm so embarrassed. Better Together. Suze Humphrey's design. Now I'm not done. I have a whole nother pile. So you have to stay because I don't know what else we've got in this pile. But I can't not show you because they're beautiful. Fiona. Love this, Fiona. Oh my gosh. Oh, see? Wash your worries away. See, you can't put it down the side. I should have just gone for it. And this is Andy Skinner. I don't know if that means that that's Andy's or not. I don't know. I want to give credit where credit is due. I just look at this. The clouds are amazing. Oh, this is fabulous. Oh my gosh. Moz. Maybe it's Moz for Andy Skinner. This is amazing. Whoever this is. Wow. Holy smokes, artichokes. M-A-Z, you are amazing. Oh, and this one's so pretty. And this one is Andy Skinner. Andy, do I have to give these back? Can I have these for me? That's so wrong. I shouldn't ask that. Of course you need them back. Of course you do. I'm just appreciating them that much. And D. Adams. Talent, talent, talent. I know they make mine look simple, but I'm okay with, see, I could have done that. I should have gone down the side. Moz A. Skinner, UK. I should have listened to my gut. Better Together. Christine Smith. Oh, Christine, I love the cobwebs in the back. Oh, this color. D. Adams, this color. Oh, this color, swoon. Oh my gosh, and how sweet is this? Again, the colors and edged on the outside. There's two of them. Look at the color and a little edging of ink on the outside. Oh, these are Andy. They're great. Oh, and look at him stomping. D. Adams, look at him stomping in the rain. Now the splat, I love it. And you got a little rhinestones going on there. And Fiona, you guys are amazing. I just want you to know how much I appreciate what you have done. This is Moz. Look at the color. Look at that tag. Almost there. When life throws you a rainy day, splash in the puddles. I'm going to guess this one is Andy. Yep, Andy Skinner. I will take good care of these for you, and I will return them in beautiful condition. I promise, Andy. I'm so grateful for you and your makers and all the effort you all took to do this. Sue Humphrey's design. Oh, this one. Okay. I think
I think I know which ones are Andy's now because this is equally as fabulous. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes, artichokes. Get out your watercolor pencils and let's play. That one says Andy Skinner on the back. Oh, and this. Holy smokes. I don't know who that is. But wow, look at that. That's awesome. Oh, and I love this one, and I love the colors of it. Sue's Humphrey design. And then the last one is also Sue's. All right, so you've seen so many different, look at just the watercolor of all the negative space. You've seen so many different ways of doing these. I kept mine a little simple. They certainly are not quite what those samples are, but I wanted to show how easy it is to work with these stamps and to work with watercolor pencils and have an achievable result that will make your heart happy. So, where are you going to find all of this? Well, you're going to find it at Scrapbooking Made Simple. I'm afraid to see it's late and it's hot and the air conditioner goes off at like, I don't know, 7, and I didn't start even at 7, but you know. So if I'm glistening a little, it's because I'm all worked up that I had Andy Skinner's samples in my hands. I mean, I know I'm fangirling, and maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that's silly, but it isn't silly because, well, I admire him, and I want, if I had just a little bit of his talent, oh my gosh, and the skill that all of these designers have put into all of these makes. It is overwhelming for a shop owner like me to be so fortunate to have so many people support. I mean, the gals and guys who help with the Sizzix samples, the honorary SMS girls, all of them, everybody, that we're able to then bring you the most beautiful products at value pricing and show you so many different ways to use them. So thank you to Creative Expressions and Lizanne and Andy and everybody there. And I hope you enjoyed today's class. The next time you see me will be Monday for a Make It Monday event where we bring you between $80 and $100 worth of product, value priced for just $19.99. I am Stacy. This is Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I hope you had a great time today. And from me to all of you out there, all of you makers, whether you are just starting for the very first time today or you have been doing it longer than me, just keep going, keep making. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.